Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Today I've come down to Stanford-le-Hope again. It's 2 o'clock in the morning now. I had tides around about 5:30, 25 to 6, and the tides are slowly dropping off. They're not quite as big as they were, but with work commitments today, you know, I have to go whenever I can get out. At the moment we're looking at about 17-mile-an-hour winds, and that's dropping off as the morning goes on to around about 5 or 6 around by 8 o'clock. But it's forecasting a little bit of rain as well. By about 5, 6 o'clock it's going to be raining, so I've got my beach shot with me today. I'm fully prepared. I've also got the bait I've got with me today. I've got lugworm and crab. Couldn't get hold of no rag, so I've got 3 packs of lugworm, 10 crab with me, good sized crab, all come from Phil's Tackle, so quality bait as usual. I'll be fishing with one rod with a 3-hook boom rig on it, and the other rod with a 2-hook clip down trace on it, and that'll be the one I'll fish the crab on, just to get a bit more range. Right, get back to you when I've got both rods in the water and the tide's in. Right, that's it, both rods are baited up now. So the 3-hook boom rig, I've got size 4 hook, chemist hands I've got on the Aberdeens. Size 4s, just with lugworm. On the other rig, I've got size 2, Varivas they are, Aberdeens, and that's going to be baited with crab. So the water's just hitting the bottom of the wall. I'm going to give it another 5 minutes just to let it get a little bit of depth there, because it is shallow. Like, if I cast out 40-50 yards, I probably wouldn't even be in much over a foot of water. So it was my weight to stick in. I'll just give it a few more minutes and then I'll be out there. Oh, that's a bit annoying. First cast, I had a slamming bite. It was rattling, it was round, going like that. Run down the rod, reeling it, and where it's a shallow, the weight was really stuck in the mud. So it took a while to get out, so I've lost that fish. But what I've done this time, when I've cast back out, cast it out, I've pulled the rod just till I feel the weight starting to come out of the mud, stopped. So it's still anchored down, but it shouldn't be as stuck as it was. So that's back out now. That was on lugworm, that one. Right, see how we get on this one. Oh, that's good. Just had a little rattle on the peeler crab as well now. That's cast out a little bit further. The one with the lugworm's probably only about 40 yards out. And the peeler crab one, I've just given it a little bit of a further cast, so we get on. There you go, look at that for a bass. Well, that didn't disappoint, did it? As I turned the camera off with that little bite on the peeler crab, looked at me rod tip and it was bent right round. Don't know, it's got to be a keeper size. I'll give it a measure, but it will be going back. Look at that. Over the moon with that one. First cast. There you go, 53 centimetres. That's the biggest bass I've had down here. I've had a couple of 40s, but that's been PB down this bit of the beach so far. I'm made up with that. Right, let's get this one back. Right, I've just done the weight conversion chart on that 53 centimetre bass, and that was showing at £3.6. So that's almost my biggest bass. I've had 3 at exactly £4. So yeah, I'm well happy with that one. That's my biggest for a long while, especially from the shore. Well, just as I was baiting up that crab bait again, the other rod, as I looked up, the line slack laying on the floor, reeled in, nothing on it. Just put that one back out now. But unfortunately, the rain's just started hammering it down now as well. When it does start getting light, I'll start showing you through my rigs and stuff like that and what I'm using. Hopefully it shouldn't be much longer now. It's about 4:45 now. So, up past 4, 4:45, it starts getting light now. You ain't going to believe this. 56 centimetres. Third or fourth cast that was. I had a couple of casts where I only had little rattles. Yeah, 56 centimetres. It's got to be close to £4, surely. Got a feeling that's going to be my PB from the shore. I hope that comes out well on that camera, because that's a cracking bass. I'm well over the moon, if you can tell. Right, I'm going to put this one back as well, because I've got plenty of cod in the freezer from Norway still. Right, there we go, another bass, 37 centimetres, a little bit smaller, but again that will come on lugworm on the boom rig. Cast it about 40 yards out, it's only just like a gentle overhead lob I'm doing on that one. But 3 bass, I've missed a couple of bites, I've had quite a few rattles and nothing's come of it. But this one just put a slack line in. I had a few bites, Nothing on it, reeled it back half a dozen turns, left it again, and it slack line me. There you go, you can see the port at Stamford Yoke, Corringham. It's nice at this time of night when it's all light and lit up. It looks quite pretty. Oh look, there you go. Literally minutes after I've just said to you, reeled it in a bit closer, 2 bass again. So I think there's 7 bass around now. They're getting smaller. Give a good bite with 2 of them on it. Right, I'll get this back out there, I'll get back to you in a bit. Right, it's just starting to get light now. I don't know what the time is, let's just check what the time is. 20 to 5, so I just see the sun coming up. Still getting plenty of bites. I struggled to get both rods back in the water at one point, but so another bite on the left hand rod, which has got a lugworm on it. Again, nothing on it when I reeled it, so I just reeled it in another dozen turns, left it where it was. So hopefully something else will pick it up. A few of the smaller bass are about now. Just had 2 little ones. Got that one. And that little itty one. Right, I'm going to get these back on the quick. Don't leave them out too long. They give some good bites then. Again, I had a bite out a bit of distance. Reeled in, nothing on there, so I just left it, and again I had the fish take it another 5-6 yards closer in. Right, let's try and get a bait back in the water again. I'm starting to think I might be overcasting with the crab bait. I've chucked that one out a little bit further, so on my next cast when I rebait I'll drop that in a bit closer, 30-40 yard range up where I've been having all the other fish. So I've been having a lot of bites on the other rod, and as soon as I start to reel it in and I don't feel nothing, I leave it, so I'm 5-6 yards closer, and that's simply picking them up. So I might be overcasting. So that's a good thing when you're fishing 2 rods. Fishing both at different ranges, you can find where the fish are, where they're feeding. Yeah, so when I reel that next crab rod in, that's going to drop to 30-40 yards out. Right, it's just getting a little bit lighter now. It's just kind of just 5 o'clock. I just reeled the peeler crab bait back in again as well. And now I've just dropped that in a little bit closer to see what happens. I was getting nothing out of range with it, and when I was reeling in as well, you could feel it was really heavy all the way in, where it was bedding into the sand and the gravel out there. When I'm pulling it up, the breakaway is full of mussels and stuff, so it's obviously a bit shelly out there and things like that. Yeah, it felt like I had like a dead weight all the way in, till about 50 yards out, and then it went light as the weight got come out the sand. So that one's out about 30-40 yards down. We'll see how that one goes. There we go, another nice bass, 35 centimetres. That's come on lugworm as well. It's funny, it was only down the tackle shop yesterday, picking up your bait, and the bloke was in and said, oh, he wanted ragworm for the bass. And I did say to him, I said, I think lug out fishes the rag. But he's certainly out fishing the crab today. I think I've had 7 or 8 now on the lug, and just the 1 on the crab. So yeah, not a bad sized little fish. We'll get this one back, get that bait back out there. Well, I just talked you through the rig I'm using on that the rod with the... So all I've got is a 3-hook trace, so about 1 metre long, 3 hooks, and all it is the little metal Tronics Pro booms, and they crimp in place. I've got 8 to 10 inches of 15-pound line and the tiniest of little size 4 hooks, and that's what that biggest bass come on, that 56cm bass come on a size 4 hook. I couldn't lift it out of the water, I think, so I just pulled it up onto the seaweed on the edge of the wall, made sure it was out of the water, and I walked down, picked it up and got it up. Yeah, I wouldn't fancy to lift it up on that because they're not the strongest of hooks, but it just goes to show you don't need big hooks. Little hooks catch big fish. Oh, that rain's just starting to come down a little bit heavier now. It was forecasted, so I'm just glad I got my short with me today. What I'm doing is I'm just baiting up a needle with a 3 lugworm, ready to go out and bait up the other rig that I've just reeled in. I've got a spare trace hanging up on the trace bar, so I've got 2. I'm fishing, I'm double patting on the one with the 3 hook boom rig. The one with the crab on it, I'm not double patting now, I'm just taking my time baiting up every time I reel in. But what I will do is now, once I put these lug on, I'll cut a crab up, whip it up, get on here ready. So as soon as I reel in, all I've got to do is literally just unbait, put fresh bait on. Right, there you go, there's 2 crab baits that I've just done. And again, I'm not too fussy with the crab either. All I do is I pop the shell off the top, pop the lid off, take a little bit off from underneath, and I cut it in half. I don't mess about with all the sockets and stuff. And then I just put a little bit of whipping around them, and that's them done. I don't think the fish mind a bit of a shell, and let's face it, they don't pick it all off before they eat it when it's out there, do they? That's it, a gentle little cast, nothing too mad. All the fish seem to have been coming in closer, except for that very first bass, which I caught and paid a crab at range. But I've got a feeling that's because there weren't a lot of water there at the time. Right, well, it's just hit high water now, and the bite seemed to have dried up a little bit. So it's just hit 25 past 5. High water's about 25 to 6, but there ain't much flow now, and it's right at the top. Yeah, if it comes up much higher, I'll have to move back a little bit, but I'm alright for a minute. So I'm just hoping when that tide turns again, might start getting a few fish. I know last time I was here, that's what happened, and that's when I think I had my, yeah, 48 centimetre bass. As the tide had turned, it's about an hour after the flood, hour into the ebb. There's the rods today. I'm fishing with my Ziplex bass rods again. Penn Fathom 12 SD multipliers, £12 line going through those. Yeah, I do like the fish light. I do like to enjoy it. That 56 centimetre bass I had on a minute ago, that fought really well. I even pulled a little bit of line when I was coming in, so loosened the drag off because I knew it was an half sensible fish. Loosened the drag off a little bit as it come in. Just let it have all the lunges it wanted, using the rod as a shock absorber, taking all the lunges. Yeah, and it's pulled it up onto the weed on the edge. You can't see it now, it's got water over it. And then I just walked down and picked it up. Like I say, just go to show you, don't need big hooks. I like fishing light. £15 line, size 4 hooks. Alright, if I was fishing for smooth hands and stuff, I'd be fishing bigger, but I'd be using heavier rods as well. But what's the point in fishing heavy when you fish light and enjoy it a bit more? That wind's just changed directions now, it's coming more westerly. And I've just seen a seal literally sitting out in front of me, just gone under the water. It had something in its mouth. So if it pops his head back up, I'll see if I can get him on camera for you. Well, there he is, there's a seal right out there. I'm having to zoom in quite a way to see him, but he was in quite close a minute ago. He had something in his mouth. Never know, he might come back in close again. There you are. I think you can see him, another 2 tiny little bass. That tide has just started to ebb now. There's a lot of weed floating past us and it's all going out now, so I'm going to reel both rods in, a bit of fresh bait. Get back out there, hopefully now the tide's turned. The fishing might pick up a little bit, and I ain't seen that seal for the last 10 minutes either. Hopefully he's buggered off. I don't know if you can pick this up on camera, but you can see there's a line, perfect line of weed. It goes right the way across. It has just started to ebb. Well, Been here for about 20 minutes now, but I've just started getting a few more bites here. See that bite there? Started to pick up a few more bites again now. I think I'll reel that one in and see what's on there. Well, I don't feel like there's nothing on there, so I'll just reel it in again. As you see there, I'll leave it out there for another 5 minutes and then I'll reel it in a minute. Well, there you go. There's one on that bite you see me reeling a few times and leave. Left it for another 2 or 3 minutes. Bang, started hitting it again. Well, I think I'm going to call an end to this session now. I've still got a couple of hours of fishing time ideally, but this weather's getting worse. It's forecasting torrential rain within about an hour or so. So if I get packed away now, I might be able to make it to the car before it absolutely buckets down. But overall, it's been a good session, you know. Like what I think I've had about 10 bass. One on peeler, which is a surprise. All the rest come on lug. So what I'll do is, I think I've got 5 peelers left still. I'll take them home, they're going in the freezer. I'm out on a boat Saturday, so I'll use them then. And hopefully I'll have another video for you. Right, if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Hopefully I'll catch you all again soon.